Criticism, Incorporated is an essay by John CROWE RANSOM that was published in the Kenyon Review in 1937. In the essay, RANSOM criticizes the increasing influence of academic criticism on literature and argues that this trend is detrimental to the appreciation and understanding of art. RANSOM begins by stating that the role of the critic is to aid in the appreciation of art by pointing out its aesthetic qualities and helping readers to understand its significance. However, he argues that academic criticism has become too focused on analyzing the form and structure of literature and has lost sight of the emotional and intellectual impact that literature can have on its readers. RANSOM identifies several reasons for this trend, including the influence of science on literary studies, the emphasis on objectivity and detachment in modern culture, and the desire for a more professionalized form of criticism that is divorced from personal taste and preference. He argues that these factors have led to a form of criticism that is overly technical and esoteric, and that fails to connect with readers on a human level. According to RANSOM, the result of this type of criticism is a decline in the quality and popularity of literature. He argues that by focusing solely on the technical aspects of literature, critics have lost touch with the emotional and intellectual power that literature can have on its readers. As a result, literature has become increasingly marginalized and disconnected from the broader culture. RANSOM also criticizes the tendency of academic critics to use literature as a means of advancing their own theories and agendas. He argues that this approach is fundamentally misguided, as literature is not a tool for advancing social or political causes, but rather an expression of human experience and emotion. In conclusion, RANSOM calls for a return to a more humanistic form of criticism that focuses on the emotional and intellectual impact of literature on its readers. He argues that this type of criticism will help to restore the cultural relevance of literature and bring it back into dialogue with the broader culture. Overall, Criticism, Incorporated is an important critique of the academicization of literary studies and the negative impact that this trend can have on the appreciation and understanding of literature. RANSOM's call for a more humanistic and emotionally engaged form of criticism remains relevant today, as literary studies continue to grapple with issues of accessibility, relevance, and cultural impact.